Well, what do you know? It was third time lucky for Mitchell Cone at his third attempt at winning the Blue Rock ABT round of the 13 Fishing Bass Pro Series, this year's round sponsored by Sunline. He led every single event at Blue Rock after the first day. As he said himself, choked it the first two events, but got it done this time. And as it seems like every year at Blue Rock, Mitch's winning bait was a black gulp rigged on a Bassman 1/4 ounce or 7 gram jig head, and he'd cruise around the deeper timber sections of the lake looking for suspended fish or fish relating to structure. He'd present that bait to them, and well, some of them ate it, and he averaged over 4 kilos a day doing this.
Baby bass. Looks like a bass one is smaller.
Now, Mitch is a Garmin pro, and he used his Garmin LiveScope with an LVS 34 forward-facing transducer to hone in on fish that he saw on his perspective mode LVS 32 transducer and throw lures at them like this, and sometimes the result's instant.
Number 3. Yeah.
Three tops for the scenery providing the goods.
Oh, yeah. I just threw something back. Maybe might have had one. Yep. Glen Maggie. I mean, Blue Rock hogs.
Mitch also said in his winner's interview that the bigger the tree and the more horizontal the structure hanging off it, the better it was for the fish. He caught most of his fish off structure and not roaming around the lake.
That one. Right. Few in that one.
You run out and get it. Right. That's 5. 5 alive.
And And it looks like Mitch fished the open, isolated timber patches for the first half of the session, and then later on he moved up towards the timbered arm of the dam.
I told him this, mate.
So well done, Mitch, and a great highlight selection you've captured for us here. He is now the first angler to win at every single ABT Victorian bass venue. Daiwa's Braden Schuch has been having a really consistent time. He's won the last two ABT Bass Pro Grand Finals, and 2 second places in the first 2 qualifying events put him at the top of the 2024 Bass Pro Angler of the Year after those first 2 events. Now, he focused again on that black gulp bite, but he used his Humminbird Mega Live to see the fish and target them. When Braden ran through his tactics, they were a little different from Mitch's. He was fishing mainly between the trees at the fish roaming around in the open water, where Mitch was targeting the hard structure. Either way, worked best for these 2 anglers because they came first and second place.
Yeah, he's not bad. That was that fish between the V there, of that tree.
Yeah.
And that's like he ate it, and I was over a bit of timber here. And then like when I popped it off, he raced out and whacked it. And then I thought he had it, so I kind of struck, but he didn't. And then I dropped it back, and he just raced back over and went boom. Yeah, he's a good one. Yes. Oh, that's a great fish. Yes. Number 5, baby. Oh yeah, you want to please get it. Again, come on, just feed it properly. Got it. Let's see what caliber he is, eh? But see, I wonder, he'll get rid of my fish. I've always wondered what it's like if they get juiced up from the reaction.
Yeah.
And then like because he's all excited, he bites this.
Yeah.
thought he was a little bit.
Now with Corey Goldie running his camera from the back of the boat, we get a 2-for-1. We get some of Frank's fish, including this tank, and some of Corey's fish as well. And stay tuned for later in the highlights, you get to see Corey smash that 51 centimetre bass. And there's no hiding that these guys are fishing topwater here.
Oh, that's a good fish. That's a good fish. Where's your net?
Okay. He's got me around the tree.
He's still on. Which hatch?
Where your rods are. Just left to late.
Yes! Oh, yes!
Look at him.
Snorter! That's a good fish on camera too.
Those dragonfly ones work pretty good up here.
Yep. Yeah, Benny loves those dragonfly ones.
Yeah. Boom, come on. Big chunk.
There he is. Not a big cut, but there he is. Yeah, he will be.
Now, 2024 sees a lot of non-boaters from last year graduating to the boater class this year, and Luke Gilbert's one of those. Just missed out on the top 10, but 8 out of 10 for your first event as a boater isn't too bad. Now, Luke hasn't learned yet that you can't use commercial music in the background of these videos, so as a replacement, we've added our own elevator music. There's a lesson you've got to learn, Luke. And I was the master of the tiny fish at Blue Rock, over 50 fish for the weekend, and only 2 over 30 centimetres. Oh, that's a better one. Yep. Get out of the snag, mate. Get out of the snags. That's my biggest bass all weekend. Finally, a legal fish. On the Topwater, smashed it. There's one. That feels bigger. Probably is not, but it feels bigger. Jesus. I'm gonna pole it. Why not? This is like a big fish for blue rock, for me anyway. Long throw, 3 pounds fluorocarbon, deep dive and crankbait. And here's Blue Rock's biggest advocate, Steve Duff from Duff Rods. Few stumbles for Steve on the weekend, caught his fish though, and he knows the true potential of this place. Maybe one year we'll see it reflected in his bag.
On the board. Yeah, that's the main thing.
And I tell you what, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of podcast motivation while you're fishing.
Minnesota and those guys being starved to jump in with the shot at the Classic.
That I'm wanting to go fish the most. Like, you know, I'm looking for the tournament aspect of Washita, I think, the most. But St. Clair is just one of my all-time favorite lakes. And I mean, anytime, and I tell people this, you know, where I live down here, people are like talking about going to OHIV and going to Falcon or going to Mexico. People tell me, oh, Okeechobee's on my bucket list. I'm like, no, forget all of it. For the same amount of money that it's going to cost you to go on one of these other trips, you need to go to St. Clair once in your life. If you've got a kid that fishes for their senior trip in high school or whatever, take them to St. Clair, St. Lawrence, Champlain, whatever. That is an absolute trip that any angler needs to put on their bucket list.
And here's the one you've all been waiting for, Corey Goldie's Maui Jim Big Bass from cast to catch, 51 centimetres.
Well, that's a good fish. Go back to it. Oh shit. Yep. Straight back. Yep. Tree. Quick as you can, man. He's still on. Yeah, but he's got me in a tree. Yeah, brother. Mate. Oh my god. Whoa! Holy
Now how's that for a Blue Rock unicorn? You can see full results from this event and from all ABT Brim, Bass and Barra events at abt.org.au.